This video series is Integrated Financial Planning, Developing Effective Financial Plans. We're looking at financial planning frameworks and processes, and the topic for this video, we're going to drill down more into the professional competency profile and start looking in more greater detail at the financial planning areas. In this video, we're going to start to look at more detail at the different financial planning areas, but before we do that, just want to take a brief moment to further talk about the professional competency profile. The competency profile identifies the core knowledge, skills, and abilities required for competent financial practice, and thus sets out the value proposition of financial planning. It is not an exhaustive list of every element possible in every variation of practice, but rather it outlines what CFP certificates actually do. So what is a competency? The ability to perform a particular job function is called a competency. However, a competency is not simply a job-related task. It also includes the integrated application of knowledge, skills, attitudes, and judgments required to perform key functions of the job at an expected level. So again, the key terms here is that it's through the integrated application of knowledge, skills, and attitudes that creates the value proposition of financial planning. The following 6 areas, together with fundamental financial planning practices, combine the whole of financial planning competencies. So here we're looking at 6 financial planning components or areas. Number 1 is financial management. Number 2 is asset management. Number 3 is insurance and risk management. Number 4 is retirement planning. Number 5 is tax planning. And number 6 is estate planning. So again, I've got the wheel here, the graphic, and we can see that for each one of the financial planning components or areas, we're going to collect, gather and prepare quantitative information. We're going to gather qualitative information, that's within the collection phase. Then we're going to assess the client's situation and consider and evaluate different strategies. That's under the analysis. And then finally, under the recommendation, the recommendation develops recommendations to help optimize the client's situation. So for each of these, I'm going to make an individual video for each of these. So there's going to be 6 videos for the 6 financial planning components, and we're going to walk our way through the various steps and see everything that is required for each of the financial planning components. Again, I just want to stress that the practice of financial planning is integrative in nature. One area cannot be considered in isolation. Within any single financial planning area, CFP certificates will assess overlapping statements of competency from other areas. It is the diligence expected of them, CFP certificates, to address all relevant statements of competency as appropriate in working with any financial planning engagement. Again, this video series is called Integrated Financial Planning, Developing Effective Financial Plans. So at the conclusion of all this is going to be where we see that all the different planning areas come together within one integrated financial plan. Okay? So here you can see I've got the 2 documents embedded in my PowerPoint, which is the competency graphic for 2020, and then I've got the full document. And again, just going to show you quickly where I got that from the FP Canada website. So here I am at the home page for FP Canada, www.fpcanada.ca, and I've shown this in a previous video, but I'm going to do it again. We're just going to scroll down to the bottom of the page, and we can see that here on the left-hand side, we've got the competency profile. And here's the competency profile, details the job-related skills, knowledge, attitudes, and judgments required for competent performance by professional financial planners. And you can see here that there was a CFP professional competency profile that was in effect until December 31st, 2019. Well, because we're already into April, and soon to be May 2019, I'm actually using in my videos this version, which is the FP Canada Standards Council, which becomes effective on January 1st, 2020. Okay, so you can see there's 2 documents, which is the graphic overview. If we open that first, we can see here it is, the competency profile. This is the graphic that I'm using in my PowerPoint slides. And then here we are, which is a nice little summary of the financial planning functions. Then we get into the 6 financial planning areas, and then it scrolls through the elements of competency where we are gathering and preparing the quantitative information, gathering the qualitative information, assessing the client's situation, considering and evaluating the strategies, and then we're developing the recommendations. So that scrolls through for the 6 financial planning areas, and you can see at the bottom of that document is the professional skills, which we have seen in a previous video. So this is a very nice summary, but it doesn't give us all the details. So if we look here, at financial management, we're going to have an individual video on that. We can see 1.101 collects information regarding the client's assets and liabilities. Well, if we go into the other document, it's going to give us more information. I'm just going to show you that next. So just clicking back out, we can download the FP Canada Standards Competency Profile, and you will see that this is a 54-page document, and it's going to provide more details. I strongly recommend that if you're interested in learning more about the Competency Profile, that you download both the documents and use them together to increase your knowledge. So as I said, you can see here when we start to look in more detail at financial management, it gives you a couple of paragraphs here. Financial management focuses on the client's current and future financial position, including the use of cash flow and the development of a cash flow statement. And so if you scroll down, you can see in that first phase collection, 1.101, the graphic summary just has the 1.101 telling you that that step collects information regarding the client's assets and liabilities. Well, in this document, the full 54-page document, you can see that FP Canada certificates discuss with the client details about the client's assets and liabilities. Information can also be obtained by the client providing supporting documentation, which may include bank and investment statements, property tax assessment, mortgage, loan, line of credit, and credit card statements. Key information about assets include the type of asset, market value, ownership, adjusted cost base, historical rates of return, and beneficiary designation. So you can see that there's a lot of data collection here, and increasingly this is becoming more technology driven. In the past, it might be more paper-based, okay? So again, not going to get into tremendous detail here. I just wanted to show that what we're looking at, again, just click back out, is that it's very important to understand the full competency profile. There's the graphic overview, and then the full 54-page document. That is the conclusion for this video, which is looking at the professional competency profiles and starting to just give the quick overview of the 6 financial planning areas. In the next video, now we're going to start to drill down in more detail on the first financial planning area, which is financial management. Thank you.